Hi everyone, happy Saturday. I am trying to find myself here, pull myself up on the computer in the background because sometimes I cannot see comments. So as you are seeing this or hopping in live here, come say hi, hello. Here it is. Okay, perfect. So this way if comments pop up, I'm able to see it. I wanted to just jump on this morning. I tried to get on yesterday, but I just wasn't feeling it. And as I always say, if you are doing a pick a card with me, or if I'm doing card reveals or anything, even readings, I will not just come on and do them. I need to be in the right headspace and I need to be in the right energy, and I have to be receiving the information first. So before I get started in this, I want to just talk about a couple of things. One is, if you did not pick a card, please stay, okay? You don't have to choose a card on the image to participate in the reveal or to watch it on YouTube or on the podcast. This is, oops, I think I'm frozen here on this end. This is for you if you found it. So I always say, if you are finding your way in here and you missed the card or the pick a card yesterday, you didn't choose one, two, or both, set a little intention for yourself right now. If you have a question, if you're looking for messages or guidance about something, set a little intention with yourself right now, one, two, or both, and listen in. Okay, so that said, the other thing I always like to just drop in here with all of you is that the more present you are here in this experience. So whether it is, watching this live with me, smashing the hearts, sharing it out, tagging people, commenting, whatever it is, or even watching it on a replay later, or if you're listening on the podcast, if you're watching it on YouTube, wherever you are, engaging back in it. And the reason that's so important is because the more of your own energy that you infuse into a channeling session, a transmission, even if it's after, okay? And the reason I say even if it's after is because energy is really timeless, right? This is timeless. So setting that intention, your guides, your higher self already know this while I'm here channeling and giving these messages. So even if you're catching me later, make sure to drop those comments, share it out, do all the things. That also helps me, which is just a little abundant exchange. That's your good karma for the day. So, all right. So with that, I'm going to get started here. Yeah, this was one. I did things a little bit differently. I actually put two different cards. I loved them. So yesterday was Friday the 13th. This is when we did that. That's Freya Day. Fridays are Freya Day. It's a Venus day. Friday the 13th to me is one of the absolute luckiest, most sacred days in the world. So I'm not about all that like spooky, oh my goodness, it's a bad luck day. I'm not into all that. I actually believe the opposite. So can someone do me a favor? If you are watching, can you just drop me a comment or some hearts or something so I know this is working? Because I see a couple people on, but I'm not seeing any comments come through. So just so that I know it's working. All right, so yesterday was Friday the 13th. Today is Valentine's Day. Not big into celebrating that. You all know how I feel about these like commercial holidays. I'm all for any opportunity to share love, right? And to show love. So for sure, if you celebrate, love it up, right? We also have the 17th is the first day of the year of the horse. And we have an eclipse coming. So there's a lot of energies, right? I believe it's a full moon coming up. There's a lot of lunar, cosmic, even like seasonal shifts and energies happening right now. So I was like, this is such a good weekend to jump in here and do this. Maybe, you know what? No, maybe it's a new moon coming up. I didn't even look. But this is the thing. This is the energy that I'm in right now, is like not being so overly performative with all of this, right? Like, oh my gosh, it's a full moon. I forgot to do my rituals, or oh my gosh, it's this, I have to do this. And really just being present in the moment, present in the energy and the vibe. So that's where we're at. All right. So all of that said, I'm still not seeing any comments. So if you can say hi as you're coming in, otherwise, please know I'm not ignoring you. I will come back through in the end and I will respond to your comments there. Okay. Let's dive in for those watching on a replay and don't want to hear all of this. Message number one. So message number one is a beautiful message that I really feel has there was a couple of different meanings to this when I was looking at it, especially in the time that we're in right now. So the first card is Let It Come Forth. You see that there. And for those of you who are new here, I'm well aware that the image is reversed. You can screenshot it, and then in your camera roll, you can reverse it. Thank you so much, Chrissy. Chrissy, you get like MVP points right now for doing this for me, for commenting for me. I appreciate you so much. So before I get into the second card, let me just talk about this. First of all, let it come forth. It says, give yourself permission to feel it. There's a couple of things that I want to say about this right now. Hi, Angie. Thank you guys so much for commenting. Now I can see them. I appreciate that. So let it come forth. First of all, there are some things that a lot of you are feeling, and I want to talk about this because naturally, the state of the freaking world right now, there's a lot of emotions. And the strongest message that is coming through for me is those of you that are empaths. Those of you that are empaths, allow the energy to flow. But the most important thing that I'm hearing is remembering to energetically cleanse, kind of like protect yourself. What does that say? Protect your peace, right? Protect your own energy, because it's going to be very important for you to use your discernment in knowing if what you're feeling is yours or someone else's. Now, that being said, if you're feeling rage, if you're feeling deep sadness, if you're feeling grief, if you're feeling all of these heavy feelings in your own life or due to the state of the world right now, that is completely natural in what you're feeling, okay? And at the same time, what I'm hearing is those of us that are empaths are going to be feeling it magnetized, okay? So if you're already feeling a sense of rage or sadness or grief or, whatever that it is that you're feeling, frustration for what you see happening collectively or even what is happening in your own life right now, it's a natural response. It's a natural human response. If you have a beating heart, it is normal for you to have those feelings right now, okay? So don't beat yourself up for those feelings, and don't also beat others up for not knowing how to navigate those feelings, right? But as an empath, it is so important for you to use discernment and know, okay, I'm pissed. Like, I am angry. But am I this angry, or am I taking on the anger of others? I am sad. I'm feeling deep grief. But is it this deep that I'm going to allow this to pull me into a depression? Or am I maybe like it's amplified because I'm feeling what other people are feeling around me, right? So again, this could be the collective situations that are happening, because we all know the state of the world is insane right now. And I just don't even think there's words for it, but also in your personal life, right? And we don't get to like bypass that because something big is going on collectively, and we don't get to bypass collectively because something big is going on personally. It's all happening hand in hand. So what the message is like really allowing yourself, A, the discernment, and B, time for processing. Like whatever the feelings are, let them come through you. Let them come forth, okay? What is it? Let it come forth, okay? I don't want to get into like a coaching thing around this, but the truth is that like emotions are valid. Emotions are needed, all of them, okay? Anger, rage, feeling that way right now does not make you bad. It does not make you low vibe. It does not mean anything's wrong with you. It doesn't mean that you're more of a shadow person. Everybody with a beating heart is feeling this. So whatever you're feeling doesn't make you wrong, bad, or low vibration, okay? I don't care what the feeling is. On the flip side of this, I'm also feeling, for some of you, you're trying to birth something, okay? You're trying to bring something to life here. And with that, you have a range of feelings around it. And this one could even maybe be for me. I put it on Do Not Disturb and they disturb me anyway. This one could even be for me. Like, I can really resonate with this one a lot. Like, you're trying to bring something to life and you have a lot of feelings around it. Like, there's excitement, there's curiosity, there's passion, but then there's also like maybe a little bit of frustration, maybe a little bit of, annoyance, maybe a little bit of defeat feeling. These feelings can kind of like coexist with each other. And I'm feeling like you're feeling the, what is the word I'm looking for? Like the polarity of the feelings around it all. And you're trying to determine like, what am I really feeling? Like, what is the direction to go? And like I said, for me, this resonates so much because some days I sit here like, I'm so excited, I can't wait. And then other days I'm like, what did I get myself into, right? And sometimes it's within the same hour that I feel that, right? So having this kind of like roller coaster of emotions that you're going through right now, allowing yourself to feel all of those. But what I'm actually hearing is like, allow it to move through you. Allow this to be birthed through you. Allow this to come to life, okay? And what I'm getting is this, like, I'm getting this idea, like this concept of childbirth, like when you're pregnant, and then when you're in labor, and then when you're actually, you know, like birthing the child, and then when you're nurturing the child, there's different phases, right? And when you think of, and for the record, I'm not saying that you're going to get pregnant or that you're going to have a baby. For some of you, that could land for you, but I'm really speaking in terms of birthing something into the world, okay? Whether it is a person, whether it's an idea, whether it's, you know, change, right? Revolution, whatever it is, you're bringing something into life. And when you think about the pregnancy stage, right? There's days where you're just like, oh my gosh, I feel great. And then there's days where you're like, I feel like a house. I'm getting sick in the mornings. And there's like this flow of feelings around it, right? Hi, Leslie. Thank you so much for saying hi. So you're going through this like range of emotions with that in that phase. Then you have the birthing phase where it's like you're actually bringing this thing into life, right? Like you're letting it come forth. I don't have to explain to you what the birthing stage is like. And then there's the nurturance, when it's like you have this newborn baby or this newborn idea, project, this revolution that you're bringing to life, right? Then you have this new thing that you're nurturing, yourself and the thing, right? And then think about, like, as you go through different stages of parenting, I don't know why it's coming through in this way, but for some of you, it feels like whatever it is that you're trying to bring forward or bring to life or like birth into your reality, right? Again, whether it's a human or whether it is an idea, a project, whatever it is, notice the phases that you're going through and allow it. I'm hearing like allow it. You're trying to almost force or push back. Thank you so much. And I'm also hearing, like, for those of you that in that first message where it's like you really want to bring about change, you really want to bring about this like revolution, but you're getting frustrated. Like, why can't I get more people to do this? And know that everything happens in stages and phases. And then when you think about the birthing process, like birthing a new world, some of us are like really here right now to birth the new world. Like that might sound insane to some of us. And then to others, we're like, yeah, that's me. Whatever it is, whether it is bringing the new world to life, right? Or the new earth, or is it like you're just bringing a project to life? You're launching something new. Whatever it is, there are stages and phases that it needs to move through, and you've got to allow it. Don't force, don't push back. It's almost this idea of like when you think about planting a seed for a flower and it's in the germination phase, you can't get angry at the soil because the flower is not, poking through yet. It hasn't broke soil yet. You can't get mad at the seed because it's not where you wanted it to be yet. You can't get, frustrated. Well, let me not say can't. You certainly can, but it isn't going to change the outcome, right? So what is going to change the outcome? Nurturing the soil, nurturing the seed. Same thing as like when you're pregnant. Like if you have a baby in your belly and you're only at 4 months, you can't force the next 5 to go by, right? So it's like knowing and just allowing, softening into this allowing the feelings that you're feeling to come through, but don't allow those feelings to like change you or change the outcome or allow you to like walk away or give up or whatever that is. And it's like there's something around this word where it says giving yourself permission to feel it. There's something around the word permission, and I'm hearing from some of your guides like, I don't know what you're waiting for, but like permission granted. Like, yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's probably unexpected. Yeah, it's, whatever. But your guides are like, oh my gosh, now I'm going to get every phone call because I'm live. So yeah, your guides are like, okay, whatever. Permission granted. Not that you need it, but here you go, because that's what you're looking for. So I was feeling a really heavy message around this word permission. And if you see my nails, do not judge. My mother's been on me. We are supposed to be getting our nails done like 2 weeks ago. We never did. Hi, Debbie. Good morning. Okay. And here's the follow-up card to this, which was like, of course. Okay. So the follow-up card to this is, I trust the changes unfolding in my life. Hello. Hello. It's trusting and allowing. And what I love about this, I don't always point them out, but when they stand out to me, I love it. You see the card number here is 41. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? Let me hold this up so you can screenshot. those just jumping on, I say it every card. I know that it is reversed on the camera. You can screenshot, and in your camera roll, you can reverse it. Okay, so the number on the card here is 41. 41 reduces to 5. 5 in my mind is always like when you think of the progression of something, right? Like from 0 to 10 or pregnancy to birth, right? Seed to bloom, whatever it is. The 5 is that midway point. It's that midway point where the world, and this is so, of course, because there's an eclipse coming up, right? So of course it's like things are about to be shaken up for you, okay? Things are about to be shaken up in this process of what you're bringing forth and trusting the unfolding of this, okay? So again, when it's like you're feeling that defeat, you're questioning like, gosh, am I, on the right path here? Should I walk away? Is this making sense? When you're bringing something new to life, there are stages and phases. Like I said, you've got to trust the flow, trust the process. Allow yourself to feel what you're feeling and trust the flow of the process. These two together. And again, that 5 is that, like, I keep getting this, like, I don't know if this is a tarot card this image I'm getting, but I'm getting this image of like, with the eclipse coming, that energy of like an electrocution and this like tower or building or structure kind of being like shattered, but it's not shattered in a bad way, if that makes sense. Like if you know tarot, then you know that the tower card in the tarot is not a negative card. Yes, it's like everything has to fall apart in order for it to become whole again or become renewed again. Hey, Melissa. Okay, Melissa, so that's for you, girlfriend. Okay, that is for you. That has to shatter and be broken apart right now. And, and I'm just hearing too, don't forget, we're in the last 3 days of the snake season, right? The year of the snake, the shedding season. I'm even wearing my snake ring as a little reminder of like what we're going through. Here comes the eclipse to shake it all up and be like, look, I've tried to be patient with you. I've tried to, you're ignoring red flags. You're not walking away. You're only 75% of the way committing. Like I just had this talk with my daughter where it's like, listen, rip the Band-Aid off, girlfriend. If you want to do something, rip the Band-Aid off. No more of this like, I think I'm going to walk away. I think I'm going to change, not her, but I'm like, I think I'm going to change my job. I think I'm going to move, I'm going to do all these things. And you're like 75% of the way. This energy this weekend here, especially with this eclipse, the final shedding before we move into the horse, it's like, it's happening. And if you don't make the change, it's like Spirit is here to make the change. The eclipse is here to make the change for you. We also have Saturn and Aries right now, and these are very fiery energies that are like, let's heat this up, okay? This pot is going to boil over because you are ignoring the boiling happening right now, right? So if that's you and you're kind of like ignoring the red flags and just like, well, maybe we'll, and I'm not talking red flags just in people. I'm talking about in systems, in jobs, in your environment, whatever it is. It's like you've let things go this long. We are here to revolt. We are here to create change. We are here to birth something new that is not, and I said this in the beginning. Yes, Melissa, rip that Band-Aid off. I said this in the beginning for those of you who are just hopping on here, is that what is happening in the collective and what is happening in our personal lives, we can't we want to separate the two, but sometimes it's impossible to, right? So you're going to have these like tower moments in your personal life at the same time that you're seeing it collectively. But we're going through major era changes right now where you are going to see it in systems collapsing. You are going to see all the corrupt, elitism in spirituality, leadership, mentorship, politics, all of it. You're going to see that like elitism fading away. And I know a lot of you, when I put this post up a couple months ago, I like really took this last year away. And I think this related with a lot of you. So, and it's like coming through here again, is like, I took this last year away from doing a lot of things because this like spiritual elitism, this gatekeeping, this like making what we need, like basic survival, so inaccessible. Spiritual mentorship, coaching, all these things, it was like so inaccessible to people. And I just got so like my boiling point, my pot was boiling over because I was like, what needs to happen? And now I see why I was feeling that, because here I am, I've gone through that emotional processing, I've gone through that regulation, and here I am really able to stand strong and hold my light through what you see happening like in our personal lives and in the collective. And that's probably where you are right now, is you are going through that pot boiling over point. So again, going back to this, whatever it is that you are bringing forward. So Melissa, in your situation, maybe it is a new relationship, right? Whatever, or maybe this is a time for you really to like rebirth this relationship with yourself. Whatever it is that someone is bringing and birthing forward into this world right now, feeling all the feelings, trusting the flow. Do not give up is what I'm hearing for you. There was another message that was coming through here, and it really had to do with happiness. And this is going to sound maybe like contradictory of everything I was just saying. So like, this is why it's important for me to get on here and for all of you to come here and put your energy into this, because I get more and more and more as you do that. And obviously each message is going to be different for different people. But what I'm hearing is let happiness come through. I'm feeling, and it's giving me this, like this memory from after I lost my dad. And then 8 weeks later, I lost my grandmother. And I was just in this like deepest, darkest pit that I was holding myself captive in. I was holding myself captive in grief and guilt because I started noticing like I would feel guilty for laughing. I would tell myself like, how can I just like go to work? How can I just go on a vacation? Like, my dad died, you know, and it was like this, I held myself captive in my grief, in my guilt, in my like darkness, right? And sometimes we need to be there because that's where the transmutation and the healing takes place. But sometimes we have to let these little, if you can see, you've got to let these little sheds of light come in, okay? So I'm just hearing this like really cliche, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm hearing like, let light in, let the light in, let the love in. No coincidence that is coming through on this like lady love coming in this weekend, right? You can watch the beginning for my take on Valentine's Day. However, it's like, let the light in, let a little bit of it in. It's okay if where you are right now is in grief, guilt, sadness, anger, rage, frustration. It's okay if you're there, but you've got to let a little bit of love and light in too. So this, let it come forth, is almost like I feel like I said about myself, like I was holding myself captive in this grief and darkness and starting to feel guilt if I felt happy, guilt if I was laughing. And I think a lot of us are in that phase right now. I mean, even me, I am like, I feel a little bit guilty if I want to talk about something that's not related to certain files, right? Or certain things happening. And I'm trying to be mindful for censorship on this app, but you know, it's like you have to let some light in. You have to let a little bit of happiness in, or you like, I'm sorry, I'm saying it this way, and this is how it's coming through. It's like you're going to stay there if you don't let a little bit of love, a little bit of light, a little bit of regulation, a little bit of happiness, a little bit of laughter in. You get stuck here, okay? And like I said, I was holding myself captive there, so I understand where you are. But the message I'm getting is like if you can see this here, right? It's like, yes, be out there. You can see it's dark. Be out there in the dark, right? Hold your light in the dark. Walk through the shadows, do the transmutation, do all of this. However, let some of this light in, let some of that love in, let some of that laughter in. It's okay. I did the same when I lost my, yeah, Melissa, it was a tough season for sure. When we go through like that loss and that grief, and we have that like feeling of, what I experienced was a little bit of guilt for still being here, if that made sense, right? And even though we know, okay, nobody needs to tell us, but your dad would want you to be happy, your grandmother would want you to move on. You think we don't know that? We know that, but we're still human and we still have those feelings, and it's on us to really get through it. So thank you so much for all of your patience. For those of you who chose 2 or both, for listening through message number 1. That was message number 1. Okay. I'm also feeling for some of you, you didn't choose message number 1, you chose 2, or like maybe you didn't choose 1, maybe you didn't choose both, but there is something in there for you. So if you were just kind of like listening and letting this pass by to wait to get to number 2, go back and listen through. There's something in there for you. I don't know what I'm hearing. This happened last time. I'm hearing 2 names, Sarah and Amanda. So if those names mean anything to you, and I'm not getting messages around them, Sarah and Amanda is all I'm hearing, like the two names. So I'm not getting any messages about that. So if that's you, if that's your name, if that's someone close to you, if you have someone who has passed on with those, I'm not really sure where that's coming from, but if it comes to me, I will definitely share it. But right now that's what's coming through. I don't know why this is totally like not related to these cards, but I'm also hearing that there's a little bit, maybe I guess a little bit because of the feelings, right? But like there's a little bit of throat chakra activation that's going to be happening, and your throat chakra is your expression. Thank you. Yes. So that is with the let it come forth. Your throat chakra is how you express your truth, your feelings, communication through art, all the things. That's the throat chakra. I feel like there's a lot of throat chakra activations happening right now. Okay. Thank you so much for separating from that message, and we're leaving that with so much love, so much respect. We're moving on to number 2. Number 2 is I'm gonna have to somehow cover that one up. So let's start with the first card here. Become aware. Listen to the wisdom of the body. You can go ahead and screenshot that. Flip it in your camera roll. So naturally, if you choose both, this is going to make a lot of sense, right? But even if you didn't, this is really about getting out of the head, right? Getting out of the mind and dropping down into the body. And I've been saying this for years. I know it sounds a little like throw it on a meme and make it look pretty. That's not really what it's about. This is really about a lot happens in the mind. Okay, hang on. I need to write because now the messages are coming pretty fast. Because there's something with jaguar medicine too. And in shamanism, that's a big one. I just want to write that down. In case I forget to go back to that, jaguar medicine. Remember that if you chose 2 or both. I have to cover it because I can't. Okay. So dropping out of the mind and down into the body and listening to the wisdom of the body. So here's the thing. The, hi Debbie. Oh, ego. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So, and that's the mind, right? I just wrote that down. I'm going to go back to that one. So when you're dropping down into the body and listening to the wisdom of the body, and I want to show you card number 2, but I have to be really careful, because especially right now, there's no clothing. So this one is I forgive and let go with loving ease. But if you can pick up on the concept of this card, she's really releasing it from her body, okay? And it was no coincidence that this came through as the clarifying card for this message here about listening to the wisdom of the body, and I forgive and let go with loving ease. I'm going to show it this way here. This is really about, you can do the mindset work, okay? You can do the therapy, you can do the talking, you can do all of that. You can do the mindset coaching, like rewiring neural pathways and all of that. Yes, absolutely. However, there is mind, body, spirit, okay? So when you think about yourself as a whole, and all you have focused on so far is the mindset part, okay, the neural pathways, the mind, that is a big piece of it. Don't get me wrong, it's a huge piece of it. However, there's also a body and there's also a spirit. So when you are moving through this journey of release and forgiveness, and again, not surprised because here we are in these final days of the shedding, right? Of the final days of the year of the snake here. As you are moving through this, it's about releasing from your body. Here is what I'm hearing. Like, first of all, there's 2 things. Your body is speaking to you. So when you are in a situation, like let's say you're having a conversation with somebody and all of a sudden you are like, you notice your posture changes. You notice maybe you're starting to feel a little dizzy. Maybe you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. I don't know where this just came from. It feels a little bit like vertigo. Maybe you start to get anxiety, whatever it is. Your body is communicating. And I always say it's like your higher self, your spirit, your guides, your soul, you can call it what you wish, is trying to speak to you in the only way it knows how. So much so that it's taking physical form. Okay? The symptoms you're feeling in your physical body is your intuition, your inner guidance taking physical form. When you're ignoring that, I just have to say it, your guides are like, for the love, aside from me dropping down in front of you and shaking your arms and giving you the message, what more can I do? You know, like that's kind of like, you ever see those memes where it's like my spirit guides might look like this? Like, I swear sometimes that's me but here's the biggest thing is that we've never learned to listen to our bodies. What we learn is how to mask. We get a symptom and it's like, I need to hurry up and take something to cure or hide or diminish that symptom. When really it's important to kind of stop and ask you. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I want to be very clear about this. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. If there's something wrong, you should be going to the doctor. But what I'm saying to you is that when it's like random, it's not usually random. When you're forgetful, when you're dropping things, sometimes it's a form of spiritual protection and redirection, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I'm already running late. I get out to my car. I forgot my keys. I got to go back in the house. I dropped my phone. I did this. And you get this like anxious because you're dropping everything. You're forgetting everything. But really you get to go, okay, what is slowing me down here and why? And of course, okay, yeah, it's like, well, maybe you avoided an accident on the highway on your way to work. But there's always a reason. It could have been avoiding a conversation that you didn't want to have, right? It could be avoiding bad energy. It can be avoiding anything. But when these types of things happen and you're like, oh, I'm just a mess today. Maybe you're not a mess. Maybe your intuition and your inner guidance is taking physical form in your body and communicating with you. The other thing is I'm hearing that saying like our issues are in our tissues. Did you ever hear that? Like your issue is stored in your tissue. Like that is about like physical body work, like fascia release, massage, somatic healing, even somatic. I'm hearing this for some of you, like somatic shaking. I don't know if you're even familiar with any of that, but look that up because that's coming through. But dance and movement, especially like I've been doing a lot of work in my office. So I need to make sure that I'm getting up and I'm doing stuff. And I'm, you know, we're in a lot of fiery energy right now. So what you want to do is you want to be sweating. You want to be like moving, right? Because that's that fire energy. If you are sedentary in fire energy and you're not feeling anxious, you're not, or maybe you start to feel anxious, but it's like you're not sweating it out. You're not moving. Think about the energy of fire, right? And now you're like, I'm so anxious, I can't sleep. That's because you have fire energy that's trying to move to you and through you, and you're just like sitting. You're not moving, you're not sweating, right? You're not releasing, you're just holding everything in the body. And going back to that other one where it was like, we're holding ourselves captive in our feelings, like move energy, move emotions, and listen to the body. So there's a lot coming through here with this one. And that's why I was saying like, it was coming through really fast. When you're uncomfortable around a person, leave, move away. There's literally like, I feel like a grandma that's like coming through and want to like shake my hand or my finger at you, right? Like she's like, you know better than this, right? And it's like, I wouldn't do that, right? Like I wouldn't just like shake my finger and talk to you, but it's like this frustration, but this like frustration through love, you know, like this frustration of, I raised you better than this. You know better than this. So if you have a grandma on the other side and this message is landing for you, this is her, okay? Or even somebody that's like, hi, Stacy. Hi, Colleen. So even someone on the other side that it has that like grandmother energy. It could even be an elderly person or who would be elderly now for you. But it's almost like you know better, right? They're like, you know better. If a person is making you feel uncomfortable, move away. That uncomfortable feeling in your body is our guidance taking physical form. Move away. There's nothing else I can tell you. Like if you're feeling, you notice yourself leaning this way, right? This is a feminine, like move to the left, right? If you notice yourself, you're getting a headache, you're going like this is masculine, pulling you to the right, like pulling you away. So paying attention to these things in your body. The other thing is your body will always tell you if something is a yes or a no. I don't know why this is coming through right now for me to teach you, but we're going to have a fun little like lesson right now. I used to do this when I went crystal shopping, but really, you can do this for absolutely anything. So did you know, and for those of you who did not choose card number 2 or both, listen anyway, because this is, anybody can use this. So did you know that your body is a human pendulum and your body will tell you yes, no, maybe so. Okay. What I used to do is I would like go crystal shopping, right? And I'm just going to use this one right here. And even during the day, or like when I'm getting ready and I'm like, what, stones do I want to use for the day, if any at all, I will ask myself. So the first thing I like to do is you just sit or stand. Standing is better, but sit or stand in open space where you have a little bit of space to move. It doesn't have to be wide open, but where you have space to move. When I'm choosing a physical item, I'll place my left hand in my right palm and I just place it here right at my core, like right around where your solar plexus would be, which is like the rib cage area here, okay? And I just hold it. Take a few deep breaths. And you can close your eyes and ask your body, where is my yes? And my body ought because I'm so like, you'll notice I kind of flow forward a little bit. Notice the way your body sways. Is it left? Is it right? Is it forward? Is it back? You'll feel it almost instantly. And then you can do the same thing if you want and say, show me my no. And for me, I get this dizzying, and I don't like to do the show me my no because it's a lot. I get this like, whoa, like I feel like I tighten my neck and because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to fall. My no speaks very loudly, right? So my yes is a nice, easy sway forward. My no is like, gripping for life. You can do that to listen to your body. Your body will communicate with you. So then it's like, well, if you're going to pick something, right? And I'm picking out a stone for the day, I'll hold the stone in my hand. I'm feeling a pull to the left and this like overwhelming sense in my like forehead right now. So you know what I mean? It's like, sure, but this is more of like a feminine, but also this is a stone that I use when I'm channeling. So it's like for right now, but you don't need to keep it, right? So get to know your body. That is exactly what this is about, right? Listening to the wisdom of your body. And if those of you who just learned that or listen to that, if you're like, that's freaking weird, that doesn't make any sense, you're in your head. Try it. Let your body move. Have some fun with your body. And then again, for those of you that are like releasing, letting go, really moving emotions, especially for those of us who were heavily in card number 1, this is about I forgive and let go with ease. But remember, she is releasing from her body here. Okay. This is about movement and release through the body. And I could be on here for days if I'm going to talk to you about the body. But for those of you who are paying attention to the messages specifically, this was about people that you're uncomfortable around, learning the human pendulum thing, yes or no. And you can do it with people, you can do it with places, you can do it with literally anything. And then the other was release. You've been doing a lot of like talk therapy, mindset work, rewiring neural pathways, all of that, which is absolutely beautiful, but it's time to also move it and release it from the body. And I want to also highlight, emphasize again about the physical symptoms in the body around this like fiery energy that we might be feeling right now. Sorry. Sometimes it's really like a strong message. Those of you with that like elderly woman or grandmother in spirit is really wanting you to hear me on this part. She's even like calming me down a little bit. Is the physical symptoms you're feeling in your body right now is, sorry. Okay, so this is shifting from fire into water. I'm going to go back to the, I'm going to go back to the fire message, or the symptom message. I need a grandma, elderly woman is coming in right now. This is about a sadness and about water. And I'm getting this like idea of tears. I mean, water is very cleansing and purifying, of course, like taking a bath and things like that. But this is about tears. She wants you to cry. Like cry it out. Stop holding in your tears. Or like if you are crying, she's letting you know that she's with you. Because I'm just seeing this like stroking of your hair, rubbing your back as you're just like letting it flow. And that kind of goes back to this like, let it come forth, those emotions. So she's with you. And you'll feel her and you'll know if you tune in and pay attention. Like, she wants you to know that she's there and you will feel her there with you. So again, it's like, this could be your grandmother, but it's just also, I'm getting this like elderly woman in spirit. And I don't know why, because at first I was talking about like shamanic journeying and jaguar medicine and things like that. So I'm also hearing the word like an elder, like an ancestral elder. Is with you. So that could be two different messages, or it could just be for one of you. If that lands, you're gonna have to tell me. Sometimes it's not always clear, like, am I a loved one? Am I a spirit guide? Am I an ancestor? Like, it's not always clear. And sometimes we don't need to know that, right? Like, I talked to a celebrity medium once, and I was just like, I don't know, I don't think I'm a medium, because when they come through, I don't really know who they are. And his response was like, what the F do you need to know who they are? And I'm like, I don't know. Don't people want to know that? And he's like, I think the message is more important. So I let go of that need to like figure out who the person is. So just know that this is like an elderly person. It feels like a grandma to me, but also it's just like an elder, like skip a generation elder, who is with you in spirit. And as you're going through this and they want you to cry, or they want you to know that as you are crying, like, they are here with you. And, oh, Stacy, Debbie, I'm so glad that that's landing for both of you. And I also have like full body chills on I can't say full body. I have chills down my legs, but not my upper body. So there's something with that as well. I want to leave this because it feels like it's getting very emotional and very personal. And if that's you and you want to go into a personal reading and really get into this, we absolutely can. But for the sake, like, I want to honor and respect this energy. And I also want to honor and respect the other people who are watching who this will not land for. My right leg is just like vibrating right now. I'm not getting anything from it. Just, and again, because we're talking about the body, there's a lot of physical energy in the body right now. If you tune in and you pay attention, it is there for you. I want to leave that. So I'm just going to separate from that energy for a minute. And again, if that lands for you, if that's something you want to go deeper with, please reach out and we can set up a private reading to get into that one. I want to get back to the physical symptoms before I close this out, because we're in this like fiery energy. Like, Saturn is in Aries. We have an eclipse coming up, which is, eclipses are like shake things up a little bit. So there's a lot of feelings right now of like unable to sleep, feeling a little bit of nausea, maybe a little detox symptoms you might be noticing. You might be feeling very anxious. I've been getting these random bursts of a headache. Like, I'm getting it right now, even, and it's like right in here and behind my eyes. And it's just right here, and then it goes, right? So it's like there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot, and I want you to imagine, I started talking about this before, I want you to imagine this like lightning bolt, kind of like shaking, like electrocuting a building or a structure or something, like shaking things up and releasing, remember this card, releasing from the body and listening to the wisdom of the body. So again, it's like, oh, this doesn't feel too good to me right now. Well, that's an indicator for you. If it's like, oh, I just all of a sudden feel like so calm, and like your grandmother who came through just really like sat me down, and she was just like, I wanted to like sit back and just chill. Like, she is bringing that energy forward for you. Whatever, excuse me, now I'm going to start releasing energy. Whatever your body is communicating, and okay, I'll say it. So if you are like burping, right? Or like you're noticing air and gas is moving through you. If you're noticing you're having these detox symptoms, it's energy leaving. Okay. Remember the shedding. Remember that we are still in that shedding. All these weird things you might be feeling. And here's my medical disclaimer again. I'm not a doctor. If you need a doctor, please go. But all these physical weird things you might be feeling this weekend, it's here to move that through you. Intention is everything. That's the last message I want to say with this, and this is for everyone. Intention is everything. So I always say to people, it's like, yeah, you can go for a walk, you can go to the gym, you can go for a run, and it's great for your mental health, it's great for your body, but here's what makes it powerful. Here's what amplifies it, is your intention. So it isn't just going to the gym, it isn't just going for a run, it isn't just doing the somatic shaking, right? It is giving it a purpose, an intention. I am going on this run to release this frustration. And when this run is complete, this frustration cycle is complete, and I will have honored, I will have listened, and I open myself up to feel insert desired feeling. Okay. When I go to the gym, you know, and you're lifting weights and you're sweating and I am sweating and moving this out of my body. And I'm also hearing for some of you that you can use this for some traumas that you may have experienced in your life. It doesn't have to just be a current feeling like, oh, I'm sad, so I'm going to go do this to move the sadness. So we're not moving it to bypass it. Okay. We are forgiving and letting go. We are releasing through forgiveness. This is like moving it out of the body so it no longer holds you captive. Like we talked about in message number 1, like holding yourself captive in something. This is movement to release it. This is letting the body speak to you and honoring that, listening to that. More so than what you're listening to outside of yourself. Okay? So as you all know, any of my experiences, programs, anything is always guiding you back to you. It's to listen to your body, to check in with your own energy, to check in with how you feel. Okay, I'm being given another tutorial to give you all that you can use. When you want to check in with your own energy, this is a really fun way to be kind of curious, like, can I feel my own energy? Can I connect with my own energy? I like to say curiosity because I want to make sure that you know this is not a judgment. If you cannot feel your own energy, if you can't connect in with how you're feeling, it's not a judgment. What it is, it's an opportunity for you to say, okay, I know that I need to do this a little bit more. I know that I need to connect in with myself a little bit more. So what I mean by that is, let's try it first. So what you'll do is you kind of sit in that same position as the human pendulum that we just did, right? And take a few deep breaths and really kind of settle yourself the same way. And close your eyes so you can kind of, like, I like to close the eyes. If you don't want to or it doesn't feel good to you, don't do it. But I like to close my eyes because it kind of closes out the external stuff, right? And really helps me to like center and drop in. And just pay attention. See if you can feel the breath or feel the beating of your heart, right? And I'm not talking about placing your hand on your chest. I'm talking about really sit here and see if you can connect in with your breath and your heart. And as you can, really starting to feel through your body a little bit. And obviously I'm moving through this very quickly. You can do this in like 3 to 5 minutes. Feeling into the rest of your body and then tuning in to about 3 to 6 inches outside of your body. So start with like the air above your skin. Okay. Feeling the temperature of the air of the room. And then moving that a little bit beyond 2 inches, 3 inches, all the way up to maybe 6 inches. And if you want to keep practicing, you can go all the way. I mean, you can expand as far out as you're able to go. But notice if you're able to tune in and connect into your own energy and see what it feels like. Does it feel warm? Does it feel buzzy? Does it feel cold? Does it feel light? Does it feel nothing? Do you feel nothing at all? Do you feel anxious in doing that? This is just a curiosity. You're just exploring. There's no like, oh, I was bad at this. Oh, I was good at this. Oh, none of that. This is just a curiosity and an exploration of your own body, your own energetic field. And as you can do that, you can start really reworking and transmuting your own energy through your breath, through your intention with how do I want my energy to feel? You know, you can call it your aura, you can call it your energetic field, whatever it is. It's like, I'm not telling you to tune in and find out what color your aura is and all of that. We're not making it so overly performative here. You are just feeling into your body, feeling into your energetic field. And play with that. I mean, I like to do that before I go to sleep at night. And I like to do that in the morning. And I like to almost set an intention that I'm like filling it with glitter, and I don't really like glitter. I don't mean glimmer, like glimmer, you know, like it's a little shimmery, kind of like this, right? Glitter gets everywhere. I'm not a glitter person, but it's like filling your energetic field with what you want it to be intentionally. Light, love, different emotions. Do you want to be a magnet, right? I'm calling stuff in. Whatever it is that you want to create. Maybe it's a shield of protection, right? That's a big one, especially for us empaths. We talked about that in the beginning. You've got to be shielding yourself. Just intention. Intention is everything. And you would be surprised by how the power of your mind, like what it can actually do. So all of that said, these are the messages. This spun way out, you guys. I hope you got what you needed out of this. I'm always deeply grateful to share in this energy, in this time, in this space with all of you. Thank you so much for your comments, for your shares, for your love. I already see some of the private messages coming in for those of you who don't like to do that, but want me to know you are here and that it landed. I am open to all of the above. I get it that sometimes these are very personal and private messages that come through too. So I hold space and I honor that for you as well. If there's anyone who you think would benefit from this, please be a love and share it out. Tag them in the comments, whatever it is that you feel you'd like to do to support them and to support me. It helps me in a very big way. And I am just, again, deeply grateful for all of you. Happy Valentine's Day. It is 12:12. So there's an angel number to end this off here. It's 12:12 on the clock as we close this out. For those of you celebrating Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day. I hope that you have a beautiful day loving on yourself or your loved ones, whoever you're celebrating with or however you are celebrating. We have some moon phases coming up, an eclipse coming up. And one final note I just want to make here is about stepping into the year of the horse. Horse has a lot more energy to it than just fire. And as we step out of the snake and the shedding, some people may, on social media, look like they went from a shedding right into fire and that everything is perfect and beautiful and blah, blah, blah. Other people may take a little bit of time as they feel the feelings of the shedding before they can step into their fire, before they can step into that what they're birthing into life, right? Remember the stages and phases we talked about in card number 1. Some people are going to take a little bit longer. Wherever you land in that time frame is absolutely perfect and beautiful, okay? Please, 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 I don't know why I'm hearing this so loudly and strongly, but please, please, please do not compare your journey to another. Okay, whatever your timeline is, if you're like, oh my gosh, it's the 17th, it's the year of the horse, and I'm not feeling fire, I'm not feeling right, that is not all that the horse brings us, okay? And if you've done a lot of shedding, you need a little bit of time to integrate. You need a little bit of time to feel your feelings and to nurture yourself, your mind, your heart, your body. A lot of body talk today. Just honor your own timeline and all of this. I think if we have learned anything throughout these past few weeks with the state of the world that we are in, is to stop idolizing, stop this guru culture, stop putting people on pedestals and return back to you. You belong on a pedestal. You are the guru of your own life. And if you do not know or trust how to lead yourself through that, how to really truly step into that power and believe that, that's even more of an indicator to you that this is the pathway to it, to really connect back into your body and to remember your power, remember where you are, remember how you feel, remember how you desire to feel, connect into your energy, use your human pendulum that we learned today, and really just spend more time rebuilding the relationship with you. I love you. I hope that your Valentine's Day is amazing. I hope your eclipse is amazing, and I will hopefully talk to you all again soon.